how we deciphered it right here. Okay, so here's the basic image of all three chords, basically, and we're going to take a look at one at a time. So let's take a look at this left one, and what we did for ease of translation is convert that not only to notes in the chord, the ACE, but also numbers, and we'll take a look at the numbers and how they apply on the actual the triangles, the triangle parts, and you have to use the elemental staff of lightning on each of the individual triangles to enable the chord to play, basically, right? So this one's ACE 10 1 5. Here's the second one, EGB, or 5 8 and 12, and we have confirmed, at least we played through it twice, and these notes were the same. They haven't changed. So hopefully that will enable it for you to be much easier. I mean, I'd probably be more inclined to have them change, just so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But, you know. Hey, come on, give me a break, man. We streamed for like almost 26 hours yesterday. I'm running like 3.5 hours sleep today. I'm groggy. Okay, let's take a look at the third one here. The third one is FAD, FAD, and we have a 6, 10, and 3. Again, hopefully they don't change on your game, but we did confirm that on at least 2 of our games they were exactly the same. So now let's take a look at basically the piano keyboard. All right, so here's the layout of our keyboard, and we've numbered each of the triangles as well as put a letter identifying the note to be played, all right? So all you have to do is match up those previous images we showed and activate the notes. We did have one glitch on one of them where I think it was number 8 wouldn't activate once. So we just made sure that was the last one we activated for that chord in order to make it work. And also we did do them from left to right. Not sure if you can do them out of order, if you can do them from right to left, or the middle one first and then the other two. We did them from left to right, and that's how we succeeded in completing the part. So let's check it out right here. Yo guys, Spider here. Now that we completed the challenges in the chamber, in the crazy place, we got to complete these challenges on the map, and there's one for each staff. This one is a staff of electricity, or staff of lightning, and you see these panels. Once you achieve a certain step in the Easter egg, and you can probably do this before we did it here, but you're going to see one panel is going to be sparking. For us, it was the one at stamina, and what you do on the sparking panels is just turn the switch until the sparking stops. What that does is initiate sparking on the next one, okay, on a random one. And we're going to show you all the locations here, and it may be in a different order. The starting panel that is sparking for you may be a different one, but as you progress, you just turn the switch until the sparking stops for that panel, and another one should start sparking, all right? There are a total of 8 panels located throughout the map. We're showing you here the relative areas or locations that all of these panels are at. Now, one thing you might find, because we played around with the panels before now, we may have switched some so that they were already in the correct position, because I think we only had to switch 8 of them. Remember, there's one at spawn. This is the one at spawn we're looking at. There's a couple in the in a couple of the other buildings as well. One in the tank station. So yeah, if one panel happens to already be in the correct position, then it'll probably skip that one, and that's what happened to us. We only had to activate 7 of them, and the 8th was already in the right position. And what ends up happening is we do get a little bit of audio going on here. So this is the last one for us right here. So check it out.
All your effort will soon be rewarded.
So as you complete each of these steps, what happens is you get this this orb. It's an orb, and it has there's audio to it as well. It's like audio from Ascension. So we have the lightning orb, and you got to shoot it with a lightning staff, but what you have to do first is make sure that it's all lined up. See those 4 the 4 rotaries, the rotary dials? They have to be lined up basically so they're all showing purple before you shoot the ball. All right. So essentially, see the blue portions of those rotary those dials? They have to be lined up above the ball, so the ball, when you shoot it, travels upwards through that blue spot, through that blue area. But again, you just align them. There are switches located above here on the platforms for each of those dials, all right? So just align them so they're all purple, and then you're good. And then what you do is place the staff back in the crazy place in the platform where you fire. And all we're going to do is basically start a new round. And he gets a bunch of kills in this area, a bunch of kills with his staff. And that's about it. It's kind of like anticlimactic, man. So he's standing on the grate. I think standing on the grate, and in the cauldrons, there are 4 cauldrons off to the right. So you sort of have to fill the cauldrons with fiery zombie lava fire. And, I think he found it just searching the internet. People had matched the symbols that we're seeing here to a numeral system called the Turner. The ones that are lit up, you do the conversion on those ones, and then you hit them in order. You shoot the fire staff at them in order down below, and that will unlock the next step. All right. The blood, the smudged blood on one of the pillars, that's number 4. Okay. Even though there's not enough blood there to cover up a 4, it's still number 4. That's the converted values here, based, starting from left to right. The first one being 11, then 5. We have 9, 7, 3, 6, and 4. So even though there are more pillars than that downstairs, we only have 7 converted numbers for you. So here's what happens when we hit the numbers that we converted during this playthrough, which may not coincide with what we just showed you in the images, but we hit our 4 numbers in that specific order or sequence, and here's what happened for us. All here, we got to shoot it with the fire staff. After the discs are all aligned, it shoots up, and then basically those balls are going to the crazy place and upgrade them one at a time. We're going to see what happens in the next step. Yo guys, Spider here. We're here at the blue challenge, the blue elemental staff of ice, and we're trying to figure out, basically you have this ice crystal on the right hand side of this area of the chamber, and it has these dots, and you got to correspond the dots. They're going to be dots and circles. You got to correspond the dots and circles to the equivalent symbol that's on the ceiling or just above us here.
Mud is slowing me down. No good came from this. This doesn't make sense.
Our actions have consequence.
So we're going to shoot it, and gee, what does the ice staff do to water? Well, it freezes. Yeah, just like that. So there are 2 more located around the map. The second of the 3 we found fairly easily. It's along the that's the tank station, just behind the tank station, up on just on the outside of the map here by the downed 1,000-foot robot. So we're going to hit this one. The third one is here in the middle area near the dig site. Jug is behind me, basically. So we're going to ice the last of 3, and we get an audio cue here. Then what you have to do, after you ice them, you basically have to shoot them. Challenge, we have the blue ball, and again, you have to align these 3 discs basically to all show blue, so that the blue orb travels upwards through the top of the dig site, and then we're going to go into our blue portal. One thing that we didn't verify is if you can go through other portals in order to place the staff, but we just said, okay, it's the blue staff, so we're going to go through the blue portal, and you just place the staff in its spot where you got the crystal. Yo guys, Spider here. We're continuing our quest for the Easter egg on Origins. This time we're trying to figure out the puzzle that is the elemental staff of wind. Of ice, okay? And look at that. As soon as you line them up, that's what happens. And they all rotate back. I mean, that's stood out of place, but these things are smoking. Well, what you can do with the Staff of Wind is direct which direction the smoke goes to, right? Like right now it's sort of going to the right. He's pushing it even a little bit further to the right. What you want to do is use the Staff of Wind. Here we're back to that original one. We're on the trench side. Direct the smoke on all three of these directly towards the center, directly towards the excavation site. So there's Hydra. He just hit it. Hit that one with the Staff of Wind up towards more beside the stamina up machine, and you can hit that one and direct the smoke again towards the center area. You complete that, you do the same thing as we did with all the other staffs. There's going to be that orb. It's going to be a yellow orb. You align the discs to all yellow, and then you hit the yellow orb with the Staff of Wind, and then go place the staff in its location in the crazy place. We have all four staffs inserted into their locations back in the crazy place now that we've completed all the challenges in the crazy place as well as on the map. What you got to do is basically get zombie kills in proximity to the staffs. Now, again, we're doing all four here at once. Me and Rags are running this. I mean, you can get up to the step with only one player if you really wanted to. We're doing all four of them. You don't have to do it that way, as you'll get an indication, because once you place them, you can't pick them up again, but once you've charged them, you will get an indicator saying, hey, you can pick them up again, and you can wield the upgrade staff. Pretty cool. You need to have them all upgraded in order to proceed to the next step. Well, the next step involves inserting all four staffs into slots like that. There is one right here. That has to be middle robot first. Now, the robots are actually named. If you go inside, they are named. This one is Odin. The one over on the church is called Freya. And the one over on spawn side is called Thor. So we're taking the Staff of Wind into Odin. The second one we're going to do here is on the church side. That robot is called Freya, and Freya accepts the Staff of Ice. The third one, again, is on spawn side, and that is Thor. Thor accepts the Staff of Lightning, the purple staff. And we insert the Staff of Fire, and this is what happens. There are buttons now, so the staffs returned to their original location after we completed the last step, and we inserted the staffs in the three robots and the fire staff down in the excavation site. We are able to get the staffs again, because they reappeared in the four slots down the excavation site. With the Brofist stone from the tank station in the holy water. Apparently, you got to cleanse the stone, right? And once you've cleansed the stone, you get an indication. There's just an audio clue. Then you can pick it up, and it looks gray in your inventory just below Jug, the Jug symbol right there. And put it back on the table in the tank station. Now, you have to get back to the tank station from the church without stepping in mud. And I guess that's signifying dirtying the tablet or the stone, right? And then if you do dirty it, you'll get an audio clue to say, oh, you failed or whatever. You got to go back to the church, back to the holy water, and you just hit your X button, and it'll re-cleanse the stone. You don't have to Brofist anymore. Re-cleanse the stone, and then you can bring it back again, just like we did. Now, once you put it back on the table, you have to get more Brofist kills, all right? Now, this is going to be a pretty difficult indicator for the 1,000-foot robots to fire at. In order to rain fire, what we need to rain fire, we need to break the seal for this step. The seal is outside of stamina up, right outside the map here, just on my right-hand side. There's a circular pattern or whatever on the ground, well, that's where you use the lantern. You got to shoot the lantern or throw the lantern. It's like your secondary. It replaces monkey bombs or Molotovs if we had them on this map. You throw it. You got to get it pretty close or dead on. If you don't get it dead on, it's like you threw a monkey bomb outside the map and there's a laugh and it just disappears. You have to get it on top of that seal. But before you do that, you have to activate the robot. Remember, we looked at the robot buttons, right? There are buttons inside each robot. Well, you can't coordinate it with more than one player. One player has to go up into the robot, activate the button, and then almost immediately after, the second player throws the lantern on top of the seal, and that'll cause the robots to interact with the targeting system, and then you'll just see these bombs or explosions and fire come out of the sky. It's raining fire down upon the seal to break the seal. To go up into the robot, and can we get it? Yep. Nice. All right. I'm going up. I'm going to coordinate with Axel. There's the button. And let's press it now. And Axel, throw the lantern. We're going to eject out of the robot. Again, if you're doing solo, try and do this fairly quickly. I don't know how much time you have between arming the robot and you're having to throw the lantern. If you wait too long, you'll see fire rain down, but it won't destroy the seal. It won't break the seal. So there's the firing down upon with the lantern, and the seal is broken. Yay! All right, So we went and picked up the Maxis drone, and we're coming back over to where we broke the seal. Now, you want to be prepared for this, okay? All your players need to have a staff, obviously upgraded staffs, staff of fire most importantly, okay? and hopefully another secondary, upgraded secondary, because watch what happens. Well, no, you need to shoot down a biplane, but it's a specific biplane that you can only see in Zombie Blood, okay? When you go into Zombie Blood, you look up into the sky, and it's a glowing biplane you have to shoot down. So just have an appropriate weapon. The staffs really don't work too well for this step. I'm just using the Scar. I just pulled it out of the box. You can use a sniper rifle. I used the ballista. So we're just going to grab the Zombie Blood here in a moment, and we're going to go shoot down that plane. So it's kind of a two-step thing. So there's the plane. See, it's sort of glowing orange. I'm trying to shoot it down, waiting for it to come back around. You only have so much time in Zombie Blood mode in order to take it down. Here it is. Obviously, try and wait until it gets closer. So it explodes and it drops down, okay? Now's the kind of the fun part, and we had a bit of fun with this. If you're out of Zombie Blood mode and you go around the dig site, you'll hear, the beast. You'll hear the beast. You can hear it growling, but you can't see it. You have to use Zombie Blood in order to see it. Now, we had that Zombie Blood available at spawn. You can also spawn in a Zombie Blood up on top of the dig site by putting out the fires in those 3 carts. Now, right? Actually, no, I'm not playing with Axel. I'm playing with. This is 4-player now. This was when we finished. When we were playing last night with Hydra, Zephoria, and Rags. So this is the second one over by the workshop, and then the third one over here by Stamina. So I'm just pointing it out to those guys in order to put the fires out, and then I'm going to go up to the top of the dig site, and we'll see what we see. I want to drop down and go counterclockwise. And I've got the fire staff, best thing to use. Charge it up. I'm just going to come down here. There's a church over on the right-hand side. And I'm going to walk a little bit, then I'm going to charge it up, anticipating that he's going to be coming towards me. And he's going to come. He's just a regular zombie, basically. But he's tough. If you just have a regular weapon, you may not be able to take him down. That's why I'm using the fire staff, the charge up fire staff. And look at that. It's Maxis. It's Maxis. About souls, I believe, in the dig site. Okay, so you come down here, and then all of a sudden you have the Templar zombies that spawn in down here. They have glowing white arms or hands. Okay, so you just come down here and you brofist them. Raise hell. Now, one thing I'm going to note here, I can't 100% confirm that you need to do this, but we put all the staffs back. All the upgraded staffs are now in their locations in the crazy place. Okay, the ancient ones area here, right? Okay. And if above us, there's a light. Okay, so I'm going to stand in the middle of this area. It doesn't. You don't necessarily have to stand in the middle, but it's easiest. The other 3 players are outside on the map at 3 different locations, so it's easier for me to kill these Templar zombies as they're spawning in. But we got to release the souls of the ancients, and they fly up into the area above us, and eventually something will happen. His daughter. Right? How does Maxis progress to where we see him, in Black Ops Zombies, right? Obviously, he's not still in the quad rotor. He's not still a drone. So we're going to grab Maxis, or we already have. We're going to bring him back to the crazy place. And we're going to send him to where Samantha is.